Tonight's consumer investigation. News 10 NBC has obtained the complete inspection report of a troubled nursing home in Charlotte. Deanna G. has been investigating Waterview Heights for months. And what she found in the report will disturb you.
The inspection report calls into question the deaths of 4 residents. The report is a troubling 113 pages, detailing everything from residents lying in urine and feces for hours to Legionnaire's disease, a life-threatening illness. Legionella is a bacteria that can multiply in a building's plumbing systems, and in the elderly, it can be deadly.
The 113-page report details case after case in which the lack of care at Waterview Heights Nursing Center was life-threatening and in 4 cases possibly resulted in death. It says the facility found Legionella, a potentially deadly bacteria, in multiple water samples dating back to 2024. But the New York State Health Department was not notified, and there was no documented evidence of short-term control measures. In fact, 70% of samples were positive for Legionella in residents' bathroom sinks and shared shower spaces. 7 residents got sick, 3 of whom died. All had been in areas in which the bacteria was found, but there was no Legionnaire's disease testing for those residents.
The loss of life is bad enough on its own, but if it was because of the fault of the individuals who were working in that facility, it's angering.
Assemblyman Josh Jensen is ranking member of the Health Committee.
When we continue to hear time and time again about the failures to provide safe and adequate care, I think we should have somebody from DOH in the facility every day.
And here's one reason why. The latest inspection report states that the facility failed to ensure residents at risk of choking received adequate supervision and/or assistance during meals. Then it outlines the death of resident 308, who was found on the floor unresponsive in front of the nurse's station. That resident was supposed to be on a pureed diet and needed help with meals. And when nurses turned them to their side, an excessive amount of soft mush substance came out of the resident's mouth. But the facility did not investigate whether the lack of supervision resulted in their death.
Maybe a more constant presence from health regulators would ensure a higher level of care.
So I reached out to the Department of Health about taking over operation of Waterview. So far, I've not gotten a response. The vice president of the Grand Healthcare System, the company that owns Waterview, points out that the facility made all the corrections mandated by the Department of Health and did well when it was re-inspected. But family members have reached out to me saying that while conditions briefly improved following the inspection, they're now seeing the same poor level of care as before. Of course, I'll continue to investigate. Back to you.
We got a response tonight from a state health department spokesperson. She says, quote, the well-being of residents is and will continue to be a top priority for the New York State Department of Health. The department is committed to holding nursing homes and their operators accountable for the quality of care they provide.